Okay, we're going to tackle JavaScript functions, parameters, and arguments. So this one is fresh. Hopefully I can keep it straight in my head. And we're going to start by running a few variables. Variable number 1, or num1, I give it a value of 10. And variable num2, I give it a value of 15. So we're going to write the function now. And with Sublime Text, you can type FUN and hit tab, and it writes a lot of it for you. So the function name is add, ADD. And as you can see, there's an argument there. That's where the argument would go. We're going to leave that blank for now. And then below that, we're going to tell it what we want it to do. So at this point, I just want it to document.write. And then we're going to add num1 plus num2. So whatever's inside the parentheses above in the function, that's what it's going to execute on document.write. To initialize it, we need the add parentheses outside of the brackets, or else it won't work. So that's how you initialize it. So basically, we're adding num1 to num2. Open it, it should say 25. And it says 25. That's how you do it. So that's the basic on a function. Now let's talk about arguments and parameters and arguments. Now the argument goes here. So you can put A and B there, or you can put A, B, C, or just use what you need there. And I'm just going to switch this to A and B because we're going to add A and B. And below there in the argument and the parentheses below that, it corresponds to the parentheses on top there. So the A above there is a 5, and the B above there is the other 5. So basically we're adding 5 plus 5. So the parameter and the argument are exactly correspond to each other, or they match. I mean, basic algebra rules apply there. So now when you open it, it should add 5 plus 5. And it says 10. So that's working. So as long as you can remember that those two match, the A matches the one above and the B matches the one below, you should have a pretty good understanding of it. And you can switch this around. You can set a 5, you can put num1 and num2. And basically A is num1, B is num2, and then below that in the document.write, we're adding the two. So we're adding 10 and 15 there. So, 10 and 15 should come out to 25. So now let's open it and see. And it says 25 now. So now that's working as well. And you can switch this around even some more. I mean, you can add more letters there, or you could take letters away. Let's just make it A. And we're going to say instead of A plus B, we're going to make it A times A. Asterisk A. So now, we're timesing, we're doing 10 times 10 basically, because now we're only talking about the num1 variable, not the num2. So you open that, and that should equal to 100. So basic algebra rules apply, and that's the beginning of how you would use a function. Usually you use it to write repeatable code, so you don't have to write it over and over.